In the heart of the forest, where the trees whisper secrets and the wind carries the cries of the lost, lies a place shrouded in mystery and fear. This forest, dense and foreboding, has long been a source of local legends and ghost stories. The deeper you venture, the more you feel the weight of unseen eyes upon you, as if the very woods themselves are alive, watching, waiting. The air grows colder, and the light dims, casting long, eerie shadows that dance and flicker with every gust of wind. It is here, in this haunted woodland, that you will find Blackwood Manor. Lies a house where nightmares dare to dream. Welcome to Blackwood Manor. This mansion, with its towering spires and Gothic architecture, stands as a dark sentinel in the twilight, its silhouette a stark contrast against the dying light of day. As dusk settles, the manor seems to come alive, its windows glowing faintly as if lit from within by some ghostly presence. The air around it is thick with an almost tangible sense of dread, a feeling that something terrible once happened here, and that the echoes of that horror still linger. Once a grand estate, now a decaying relic of bygone opulence, Blackwood Manor was once the pride of the region, a symbol of wealth and power. Its halls were filled with laughter and music, its rooms adorned with the finest furnishings and art. But now it stands in ruin, a shadow of its former self. The walls are cracked and peeling, the floors covered in dust and debris. Cobwebs hang like tattered curtains, and the air is thick with the smell of mold and decay. It is as if the very soul of the house has withered and died, leaving behind only a hollow shell. Blackwood Manor stands as a testament to forgotten sorrows. Each room tells a story of loss and despair, of dreams shattered and hopes dashed. The broken windows let in the cold, damp air, and the once grand chandeliers now hang lifeless and dull. The furniture, once plush and inviting, is now worn and tattered, covered in a thick layer of dust. It is a place where time seems to have stood still, where the past refuses to let go, and where the ghosts of those who once lived here still linger, trapped in a never-ending cycle of sorrow and regret. Every creak, every groan of its ancient timbers speaks of unspeakable horrors that time itself cannot erase. The floors, once polished to a high shine, now creak and moan with every step, as if protesting the intrusion of the living. The walls, once adorned with beautiful tapestries and paintings, now seem to close in, their surfaces marred by cracks and stains. The very air seems to hum with a low, almost imperceptible vibration, a constant reminder of the dark history that permeates every inch of this cursed place. It's said that the manor's last inhabitant, Lady Eleanor Blackwood, vanished without a trace on a stormy night, a night when the heavens themselves seemed to rage against the earth. The storm was fierce, with lightning splitting the sky and thunder shaking the very foundations of the house. The wind howled like a banshee, and the rain fell in torrents, flooding the grounds and turning the paths into rivers of mud. It was on this night that Lady Eleanor disappeared, leaving behind a mystery that has never been solved, leaving behind nothing but a blood-stained diary and a lingering sense of dread. The diary, found on her writing desk, is filled with cryptic entries and disturbing drawings, hinting at a mind tormented by fear and paranoia. The final pages are smeared with blood, the writing frantic and almost illegible. It speaks of shadows that move on their own, of whispers in the dark, and of a presence that she could feel but never see. It is a chilling testament to her final days, a glimpse into the madness that consumed her. Her haunting words still echo in the air, "Beware the shadows, for they hold the truth." These words, scrawled in a trembling hand, have become a warning to all who dare to enter the manor. The shadows here are not mere absences of light. They seem to have a life of their own, shifting and moving in ways that defy explanation. They stretch and twist, forming shapes that seem almost human, and they whisper secrets that no one should ever hear. It is said that if you listen closely, you can hear Lady Eleanor's voice among them, a faint, mournful wail that sends chills down the spine. Visitors to the manor have reported chilling encounters, ghostly apparitions, whispers in the dark, and a sense of being watched by unseen eyes. Some have seen figures in the corners of their vision, only to have them vanish when they turn to look. Others have heard footsteps behind them, only to find no one there. The whispers are the worst, soft and insistent, speaking in a language that no one can understand. They seem to come from the very walls themselves, a constant, maddening murmur that drives some to the brink of insanity, and a sense of being watched by unseen eyes. It is a feeling that is impossible to shake, a constant prickling at the back of the neck, as if someone, or something, is always just out of sight, observing your every move. The eyes are everywhere, peering from the darkness, watching from the shadows. They are cold and unblinking, filled with a malevolent intelligence that seems to see right through you. It is a gaze that strips away all pretense, leaving you feeling exposed and vulnerable, as if your very soul is being laid bare. Some say they've seen Lady Eleanor herself, wandering the halls, searching for something or someone. She appears as a pale, ethereal figure, her long, flowing gown trailing behind her like mist. Her face is a mask of sorrow, her eyes hollow and empty. She moves silently, her feet never touching the ground, and she seems to be searching, always searching. Some believe she is looking for her lost love, others think she is seeking revenge. Whatever her purpose, her presence is a constant reminder of the tragedy that befell her, and of the darkness that still haunts the manor. But it's not just the ghosts of the past that make Blackwood Manor a place of terror. There is something else here, something older and more malevolent. It is a presence that can be felt in the very air, a dark force that seems to seep from the walls and floors. It is a feeling of being watched, of being hunted, of being in the presence of something that wishes you harm. It is a darkness that goes beyond mere shadows, a malevolence that seems to have a life of its own. The very land it stands on seems cursed, with twisted, gnarled trees and a perpetual mist that shrouds the grounds in an eerie silence. The trees, with their contorted branches and blackened bark, seem to reach out like skeletal hands, grasping at the air. The mist is thick and cloying, muffling sound and distorting vision. It is a place where the natural world seems to have turned against itself, where the very earth seems to reject life. The animals avoid it, and even the bravest of souls feel a deep, instinctual fear when they set foot on its grounds. With twisted, gnarled trees and a perpetual mist that shrouds the grounds in an eerie silence. Animals shy away, and locals speak of dark rituals that took place long before the house was built. These rituals, shrouded in mystery and fear, are said to have called forth dark forces, binding them to the land. The very ground is said to be stained with the blood of those who were sacrificed, their spirits forever bound to the manor. It is a place where the veil between the living and the dead is thin, where the past and present collide in a maelstrom of horror and despair. And locals speak of dark rituals that took place long before the house was built. These rituals, shrouded in mystery and fear, are said to have called forth dark forces, binding them to the land. The very ground is said to be stained with the blood of those who were sacrificed, their spirits forever bound to the manor. It is a place where the veil between the living and the dead is thin, where the past and present collide in a maelstrom of horror and despair. What horrifying secrets does Blackwood Manor hold? What dark truths lie hidden within its walls, waiting to be uncovered? The manor is filled with hidden rooms and secret passages, with objects that seem to move on their own and doors that open and close without reason. It is a place where reality and nightmare blur, where the line between the living and the dead is almost non-existent. Every corner holds a new terror, every shadow a new threat. It is a place where the past is never truly gone, and where the future is always uncertain, and who or what is waiting in the darkness, eager to reveal them. There is something here, something that watches and waits, something that feeds on fear and despair. It is a presence that can be felt but not seen, a darkness that seems to have a life of its own. It is a force that draws people in, that compels them to uncover the secrets of the manor, even as it drives them to the brink of madness. It is a hunger that can never be satisfied, a thirst that can never be quenched. It is the very essence of Blackwood Manor, a darkness that will never be vanquished. Dare to enter, and you might just uncover the chilling truth. But be warned, the truth is not always what it seems, and the cost of uncovering it may be more than you are willing to pay. The manor has a way of drawing people in, of making them see things that are not there, of making them question their own sanity. It is a place where reality and nightmare blur, where the line between the living and the dead is almost non-existent. Every corner holds a new terror, every shadow a new threat. It is a place where the past is never truly gone, and where the future is always uncertain. Or perhaps you'll become another whisper in its walls. The manor has a way of claiming those who enter, of drawing them into its dark embrace and never letting go. The whispers are the voices of those who have been lost to its darkness, their souls trapped forever within its walls. They speak of their torment, of their despair, of their longing for release. But there is no escape from Blackwood Manor, no way out of its endless night. It is a place where the living and the dead are forever entwined, where the past and present are one and the same. Remember, the manor never forgets, and neither will you. Once you have entered Blackwood Manor, it will be a part of you forever. Its darkness will seep into your soul, its horrors will haunt your dreams. You will never be free of its grip, never escape its shadow. It is a place that changes you, that leaves a mark on you that can never be erased. So enter if you dare, but remember the manor never forgets, and neither will you.